Hola, it's Glenn in southern Spain, and today is Tuesday the 8th of November. I'm going to be giving some book reviews over the next few months on a Thursday, but just to kick things off, it's going to be a Tuesday book review, the one and only. So what is the book I'm going to talk about? You can see it here, You Are Psychic, and it's by Pete A. Saunders Jr. It's a book that I've had for some time, and it's very useful in terms of developing your psychic abilities. The book describes 4 different tools or skills we have, which probably most of us have not explored. Some people are very psychic by nature, but all of us are psychic. We just probably have been brainwashed, or when we were young, we were told, don't use your imagination, that's just in your imagination. You know, some things like that, which put us off actually listening to our inner voice. And very often our inner voice wanted us to do something that our parents didn't like or our teacher didn't like. So gradually we made our inner voice quieter and quieter. So this book explains how we can redevelop or reawaken those skills. As I say, there are 4 skills. First one is your gut feeling. Now, as most people know, we do have gut feelings about things, but we probably haven't listened to them or developed them to a large extent. So feeling, it's all about feeling, and you know that feeling when you feel uncomfortable in a house, or you meet somebody you really just don't feel good when you're near them. That's your psychic center, and that comes from just below the diaphragm to just about the belly button. And if you concentrate on those feelings when you're in a situation and you want to know more about that situation that you're not getting from your 5 senses, this is a great tool, and most people have that one fairly well developed. The second one is what we call clairvoyance. And most people have heard of that one, I think. That's your ability to see auras, but it doesn't necessarily have to be something like that. It can be your ability to notice things, visual things. So maybe I go into a shop and I've been questioning whether I should move from my house or not. And I walk around the shop and I see an advert saying, "Moving now, very cheap prices." Okay, and I notice that. And then I go into a bookshop, and as I walk in, there's a new book just been published which says, "How to Move Home Easily." Get it? So, in this case, although I'm not clairvoyant yet in terms of seeing auras and magical things like this, nevertheless, my clairvoyance is beginning to show me answers to the questions I have. And of course, if you develop it, eventually you will begin to see auras and things like that. Now, the point you focus on to increase clairvoyance is the third eye, of course, here. So practice is to close your eyes, take your attention up to that point, open your eyes, and still keeping that attention at that point as you look around. And the more times you do that, of course, the more sensitivity this part of the anatomy increases. Sometimes people call it the third eye for obvious reasons. So that's number 2. Number 3. Number 3 is something which all of us probably will find more difficult. So when we concentrate just above the ears here, again, you can go within and listen. The problem with this psychic ability is we talk to ourselves all the time, and a lot of the time, we take no notice, but our clairvoyant voice sounds like us talking to ourselves. The most extreme form, of course, is when somebody says something, or rather when your inner voice says something very loud, like, "Move over!" just as something dangerous slams into the wall behind you. And we do that as a knee-jerk reaction. To develop this one, Concentrate on here and listen to your inner voice when you have a question about something or when you need to know something. So that's number 3. And number 4 is actually what we call intuition. All of these things are intuitive, but we call this one the psychic intuition. When you concentrate on the top of your head and you listen, and you'll find all sorts of ideas come to you. This is what we call intuition, and it's when an idea comes to mind. Again, this one can be difficult unless you practice. The thing to do is when your intuition tells you something, even if your practical, worldly mind says that's stupid, do it. Of course, you can do it with little things first of all, like occurred to Colleen and I this morning. We were going out to the door and my intuition said, just check the post box. Oh, we were going to do that when we got back, but no, it said, just check the post box. So I said to Colleen, let's check the post box. And we went down and there were 3 notices from the post office to come and fetch certain articles. There we are. So taking notice of it, as you more you take notice of these psychic gifts, the more they will increase. So that was the book. Lots more information on how to do that, of course. And if you'd like some information, some coaching even on how to develop your psychic abilities, I can help. Just contact me on Facebook or at my website, which is thekarmiccoach.com, and I'll be pleased to engage with you in developing these absolutely fantastically useful things to help you live your life. That's all from me. Don't forget, contact us, practice, and things will reveal themselves. Bye for now.